Hello, my name is Angela Hall and I'm an artist living and working in the Vale of York in a small rural area called Pilmore. My creative practice is in silkscreen printing and etching and also in ceramics, so I hand build and I hand throw pottery. I'm going to show you around my studio, just explain some of the techniques that I use, and I'm also going to show you some of my pottery and some of my prints. Just to give you a little bit of context about me, I trained as a graphic designer before moving into community arts, specifically community print, and founded Rural Arts, the community arts organisation in Thirsk over 30 years ago. I left the organisation just over a year ago to participate in North Yorkshire Open Studios as an emerging artist, and I was selected again this year. I'm also the artist in residence at Harrogate College and support students who are undertaking the MA in creative practice. I'm going to take you into my studio to just give you a little glimpse of the space. So it's situated in the main house where I live, and I have both ceramics and silkscreen printing workstations. Ceramics at one end and silkscreen at the other. It's a really lovely light space. As you can see, I've got the amazing cherry blossom outside at the moment. Silkscreen is quite rudimentary here. I tend to use facilities both at Harrogate College and at West Yorkshire Print, but I can undertake small runs through photographic stencils. So you can see here some guinea fowl feathers which are going to be placed as decals onto some of my ceramics, and I also do some of my monoprints using this setup, so it's quite easy facility. Space contains all the tools of the trade. It's quite a busy space here, as you can imagine. I have a lot of kind of inspirational objects which I collect, which kind of feature in my work. My work's quite bold. I like to use a lot of colour, a lot of hand painting. Ceramics department, as it's known, has a wheel, so I do hand throw pottery in here as well as hand build. So I'm making simple vessels at the moment, decorating them using a technique called myolica, which is a white tin glaze overlaid with oxides, so you get these really bright colours. The work is fired, so I have a kiln on site as well, not in the house. Lots of storage space in here as well, as you can see, and another great view out into the garden. Lots of bird activity going on here at the moment. It's great to just sit and watch the birds. Just going to show you a selection of my ceramic work and talk to you a little bit about the inspiration for it, the techniques that I'm using to make it, and how it kind of dovetails with the rest of my creative practice. As you can see, the pieces are all fairly domestic, so they're designed to be used and to be eaten from. I love eating out of really nice pottery, although I wouldn't put it in the dishwasher. The technique that I use is traditional myolica, so it's a white tin glaze with oxides and stains which I've used to paint the designs on top. A lot of experimentation, a lot can go wrong in the process. It's a three firing process if you include some of the silkscreen printed decals that I've been using to incorporate into the designs. And you can see that the imagery is something which is kind of familiar to my printmaking, and I hand paint all of these onto the pottery. I also make some large pieces as well, so I make some large platters and some large vases. These are hand built, employing similar techniques, but what you can see, which is quite obvious on here, is the distressing techniques that I use to bring texture into the pottery. So again, this is inspired by the wetland areas. So on the bottom of the vase there's the painted wear, and on the top the kind of distressing. And then you can see on this pot here, again I've got decals on the bottom. They're also screen printed decals, and then you have this distressing mark making on the top. And I do something similar with my small bowls here. I'll just show you. So this is again a technique using a shellac to create the patterns and the texture on the outside. So the seasons are a great inspiration for me. I love this time of year, and I really enjoy planting different vegetable seeds and watching the different shaped leaves appear, whether they're round and flat or serrated or heart-shaped. And I love the way they jostle with one another and they sort of spring out of the ground. I like that repetition of shape and height and colour. I have multiple sketchbooks, lots of different sizes on the go at the same time, and I work quite quickly, so my work is quite spontaneous. Trying to capture a lot of the essence of objects, the movement, shapes, simple shapes I'm really interested in, as well as the detail. And I work in lots of different medium, so I'm doing a lot of work in pastels and ink and charcoal at the moment, just trying to capture the long hot spring days that we're having at the moment, documenting the different plants that I've got growing. We're going to go out on different vegetable plants. Do a lot of silk screen printing of all different sizes, lots of different subject matter as well. Birds do feature quite heavily. Printing I'm doing at the moment uses paper stencils, so these are monoprints, building up on lots of different themes which appear in my work. It's quite graphic, as you can see, overlaying colours and patterns and shapes that appear in the landscape. Drawing and multimedia informs most of my work, which you can see is quite bold. These guinea fowl have been turned into silk screen prints, and what I particularly love is the texture and the layers that you can build up with print, particularly with silk screen printing. I love all this mark making. And I'm really attracted to these birds which we keep on the farm. They're so funny, and have this beautiful mark, these beautiful spotty markings. if you'd like to know more about me, then please do visit my website, which is artfarm.uk. You'll find all my ceramics and prints are for sale there. You can contact me via the website, or you can follow me on Instagram, which is artfarm123, and I look forward to hearing from you.